Rich people don't chase money, and this idea alone can completely change the way you see success and wealth. Most people are taught, directly or indirectly, that money itself is the goal. From a young age, the focus is on earning more, getting a higher salary, finding a better paying job, or chasing the next financial opportunity. While income is important, wealthy individuals understand something deeper. Money is only a result, not the target. What they truly pursue are skills, systems, and long-term thinking, because these are the things that consistently produce money over time. When you chase money directly, you often end up making short-term decisions. You look for quick wins, fast profits, and immediate rewards. This mindset creates pressure and impatience. People jump from one opportunity to another, hoping something will finally work. They follow trends blindly, take unnecessary risks, or fall for promises of easy wealth. Even when money comes in, it often leaves just as quickly because there is no structure to hold it. Rich people avoid this trap. They know that without the right foundation, money has no reason to stay. Instead of chasing money, wealthy individuals focus on building valuable skills. Skills create leverage. A skill can solve problems, create value, and open doors to opportunities that money alone cannot buy. Skills like communication, problem solving, leadership, sales, investing, and strategic thinking compound over time. Once learned, they can be used again and again in different situations. Money spent on learning a skill is rarely wasted because the return often shows up in unexpected ways years later. This is why rich people invest heavily in learning, even when they already have money. Along with skills, rich people build systems. A system is something that works even when you are not actively involved. Systems create consistency, efficiency, and stability. This could be a business system, an investment system, a budgeting system, or even a daily routine. Poor financial outcomes often come from chaos and randomness. People react to money instead of managing it. Wealthy individuals design systems that guide their behavior and decisions. They automate good choices and reduce the need for constant willpower. For example, instead of relying on motivation to save money, they create automatic transfers to savings or investments. Instead of guessing where their money goes, they track and review it regularly. Instead of making emotional decisions, they follow rules they set in advance. These systems protect them from their own impulses. Over time, systems quietly do the heavy lifting, allowing wealth to grow steadily without constant stress. Long-term thinking is the third pillar that separates rich mindset from poor mindset. Many people are trapped in short-term thinking because of pressure, fear, or lack of clarity. They ask questions that focus only on the present moment. One of the most common questions is, how much does it cost? This question is not wrong, but when it becomes the only question, it limits growth. A poor mindset focuses on immediate pain. It avoids spending even when spending could create long-term value. It fears loss more than it values growth. The rich mindset asks a different question. How much will it return? This shift is subtle but powerful. It moves the focus from cost to outcome. It encourages evaluation instead of fear. When you ask about return, you start thinking about future value, not just present discomfort. You begin to see money as a tool, not something to hoard or fear. This mindset does not blindly spend, it evaluates. It understands that some expenses are actually investments in disguise. For example, spending money on education, tools, health, or systems may feel expensive in the moment, but the return can be significant over time. The poor mindset avoids these costs because they reduce short-term comfort. The rich mindset considers whether the long-term benefits outweigh the short-term sacrifice. This is how wealthy people slowly separate themselves from the cycle of survival thinking. The moment you start thinking in investments instead of expenses, your financial life begins to change in meaningful ways. You become more intentional. You stop reacting emotionally to prices and start analyzing value. You begin to ask better questions. Will this improve my skills? Will this save me time? Will this increase my income potential? Will this reduce stress or create stability? Not every investment is financial. Some investments improve your mindset, health, or network, which indirectly improve your financial outcomes. This shift also changes how you see time. Poor mindset trades time for money and stops there. Rich mindset looks for ways to multiply time. Skills and systems are time multipliers. Once built, they continue to produce value without requiring constant effort. This is why wealthy people are patient. They are willing to delay gratification because they understand compounding. Small, smart decisions made consistently can create results that look impossible to those focused only on the short term. Thinking in investments also reduces regret. Many people look back and realize they spent years avoiding small costs that could have changed their trajectory. They skipped learning opportunities, ignored health, avoided planning, and delayed action because something felt too expensive. In reality, the cost of not investing was far higher. Rich mindset understands that not deciding is also a decision, and often the most expensive one. Training your mind is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. Every day, you are faced with choices that reveal how you think about money. Do you choose comfort or growth? Do you react emotionally or respond strategically? Do you focus on what you lose today or what you gain tomorrow? These small choices shape your financial identity over time. Mindset is not just about positive thinking. It is about disciplined thinking. It is about choosing logic over impulse and purpose over pressure. The mind is where wealth truly begins. Before money shows up in your bank account, it forms in your thoughts, beliefs, and habits. If your mind is trained to seek skills, build systems, and think long-term, money naturally follows. If your mind is stuck in fear, comparison, and short-term thinking, money struggles to stay no matter how much you earn. This is why two people with the same income can end up in completely different financial positions. One chases money and spends it as fast as it comes. The other builds skills, designs systems, and invests patiently. Over time, the gap widens, not because of luck, but because of mindset-driven behavior. Wealth is rarely sudden. It is usually quiet, slow, and consistent. When you train your mind to think like this, you stop chasing money, and money starts responding to you. You become less desperate and more strategic, less reactive and more intentional. You begin to see opportunities where others see costs. You see growth where others see risk. This does not guarantee instant success, but it guarantees progress. Because, in the end, money is temporary, but mindset is permanent. Skills can be reused. Systems can be improved. Long-term thinking can guide you through uncertainty. When your mind is trained, money becomes a natural outcome, not a constant struggle. That is why the mind is wealth.